Welcome to the lounge. My name is Toby Roydell, and today we talk about how to not be perfect and why you should never try to be in the first place. I personally admire all the boys and girls out there who follow their own path, work on their body, work on their projects, work on their grades, whatever it is. Basically, people that do their stuff with dedication and enthusiasm. People that are ambitious, but you can overdo it. And if you do anything for your ambition, you could be a perfectionist. And that is not good. Because that can destroy you. That can wear you down. That can leave you with no energy, left with no energy. And then you have the feeling that you have to do even more to make up for that because you're clearly not doing enough. And more and until you collapse. And I've seen it. And I've seen what it can do to people. It leaves them lost, disconnected, and discontent with themselves. But we don't want that. So how can we tell, or how can you tell, that you are a perfectionist? There are several types and different variations of perfectionists, but I like to give one example, which clearly is a special trait of a perfectionist. And I would say that every single perfectionist out there would go along with this one. It is the difference between how you see other people in comparison to how you see yourself. You see, a good example is as follows. Someone else struggles with some everyday issues. And you might say, as the perfectionist, well, yeah, that's a difficult task. That's difficult. People can have issues with that. And you probably even offer help or assistance or anything. But when you have the same issues, you do not give yourself the sense of comfort. You tell yourself, what? Toby, don't be such a crybaby. Go on, do something. Like, what are you crying on about? Other people can do it as well. Come on. This is what I mean. You do not give yourself this benefit of the doubt or benefit of this comfort. You put the pressure on yourself that you would rarely put on other people. So you are way harder to yourself than is necessary. This is one example. Another thing is that perfectionists tend to only look at people who are better than them. They always want to set themselves new and higher stakes to climb. And when they reach one, they first of all think they will be satisfied with reaching a certain point, but they never are. As a perfectionist, you are never happy or never fully happy. You never feel that you have reached an end or a final goal. It always goes on, and this restlessness is a downward spiral. It really is. In this downward spiral, you become harsher and harder to yourself. You're giving yourself even less room to breathe. And you disconnect with other people because they can't help you to reach your perfect body, your perfect grades, the perfect whatever it is that you want to be perfect in. When you find yourself in this kind of downward spiral, you need to realize that there is a quite high possibility that you're not getting out of that just by yourself. I'm not saying it's impossible, it's just really, really hard. The best thing is to talk about it with someone you trust, someone who has maybe not the best advice, but it's most of the time not because you need the best advice from your best friend, just someone to talk to. That helps a lot and connects you again to what was lost before. So what that means is that you need to pull yourself out of this, or to have something at your side who helps you out of there. And I want to tell you a little story. What can happen when you do not get out of this spiral? When the spiral goes down and down and down, and until it finally destroys you. So big shout out to a good friend of mine. Thanks, Susie, for this little story of a friend of hers. Let's call her Anna. Anna suffered from anorexia, which is a kind of eating disorder where people bring their weights down to dangerously low levels. And what started with the wish to have less weight and the perfect body ended Anna up with serious back issues and spine issues because of malnutrition, because she didn't give her body the good stuff and the vitamins and what her body needs. And now she has the back of a 70-year-old woman, but she's only 30. And what is even worse is that she can't have babies anymore, because her perfectionism in this case, paired with a disorder, went too far, and she had no chance to get out of her downward spiral like that talked about before. And disorders like that or perfectionism can get out of hand, and people can lose control quite easily, and it happens more than I would like to. And that's really, really sad. It's a terrifying and a really sad story, but it really should show what perfectionism can do in a worst case. And for today, I want to leave this topic on this serious note, because it is not healthy and not cool to strive for perfection when you destroy yourself on the way there. And to really hammer home this idea of it not being worth at all. If you like that we dare to give room to some topics that are often called a taboo or that are uncomfortable at times, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up or even subscribe. My name is Toby Roydell, and I hope that you will never find yourself in such a situation. And I hope to see you again next time here in my lounge.